Let's bring in now NewsNation legal contributor Jesse Weber. All right, Jesse, so we know that this man is now in custody. What is likely next for him?
Yeah, first let me just say remarkable work from law enforcement. I cover these cases all the time. We do not get this outcome all the time. So it was such a great relief to find out what happened. Now, let's talk about what he's facing. So now it's trying to understand exactly how all this happened. He's facing a first-degree kidnapping charge. One of the reasons he's facing that is because of that ransom note. In New York, if you abduct somebody with the goal of obtaining money, that is first-degree kidnapping. That could just be the tip of the iceberg, though. There are other charges they may be looking into him for. So they need to understand, what did he do with Charlotte, do to Charlotte? What did he say to Charlotte during this time? That's going to be very, very important. And understanding if anybody else knew or helped him in the abduction of this young girl. So this is, again, kind of the end of the one part of the investigation and the beginning of the next phase to understand exactly what we don't know yet.
All right, and just I do want to talk more about, some of the things you mentioned there. What did he do to Charlotte? What did he say to Charlotte? Just the fact that Charlotte was found, in good health, that she was found alive. But before that, I really want to zero in on the fact of this ransom note, and the suspect really captured in large part due to that critical mistake that he made. Let's listen to what New York Governor Kathy Hochul had to say this morning.
He literally drove up to the family's mailbox, assuming they were not home. 4:20 in the morning, opens the mailbox and inserts the ransom note, leaving a critical piece of evidence behind, his own fingerprint.
Yeah, leaving his own fingerprint behind. So that was the governor speaking actually last night. So Jesse, this is something I guess that you hope a suspect will do. You don't think that they necessarily will. Talk about how crucial that fingerprint match was to all of this.
Yeah, so first let me just say, he's innocent until proven guilty. But having said that, in my experience, criminal suspects and defendants sometimes are not the smartest individuals, and they leave sometimes the worst evidence behind. And in today's day and age, when we have the use of DNA and fingerprints, it just becomes harder and harder to escape criminal liability. Now, I'll tell you, I thought it was fascinating that they were able not only to obtain a fingerprint from this note, but the speed in which they were able to identify him. It was, 10 hours or so, able to put it in that database and link him to a 1999 DWI. That is why it's so important for these resources to be given to law enforcement, whether it's genetic genealogy or databases or DNA or fingerprints or CODIS. It really helps narrow down a list of suspects. And I tell you, if they didn't have his fingerprint, there is a strong possibility we may not have found Charlotte at this point. So that really was the break in this case, because once they had found out where he lives, then they found Charlotte. It's going to be very difficult for him to mount a defense in this case, because we also understand that they've now triangulated cell phone evidence, putting him at the park at these keep times. And so, again, you're just seeing the beginning of a prosecution case against Mr. Ross.
Yeah, such great work by law enforcement here, as you said. So he was arrested in this trailer, which was sitting behind his mother's house. Jesse, I think obvious question here, is it possible his mother is going to face any charges?
That's the question I have, and that's the question they're going to be interviewing her about. Now, clearly she could lawyer up, but hopefully she doesn't, and she's cooperative with law enforcement. But that's going to be the question. Now, I will tell you, it wasn't like he was holding her captive for months. This was only a few days. So what exactly did she know? Our understanding is she was found in a cabinet. Maybe he was concealing this from his mother. Then again, in these cases, sometimes we have to see, did they have any help to perpetrate this crime? And that's the question I think they're going to be asking this mother.
And just because of the potentially sensitive nature of this investigation, is it possible the general public may not ever know, what may or may not have happened to Charlotte during, these 48 hours when she was missing?
That is very well possible. Having said that, if we see charges filed against him that have a specific nature to them, without knowing the details, we may piece together what may have happened. Now, again, thankfully, it appears that she wasn't injured in any way, and hopefully it stays that way. If it goes to a trial, we're going to obviously learn more details. But at this point, we may not know everything that happens, but slowly we may understand.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.